Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. In this video, we are going to see question set number 21. So, question set number 21 is a question that we studied in the question set 16. So, there will be more question set related to that question. Let's see what's all about question set 21. So, they've given 6 questions, and all those questions are about writing queries and finding the specific things. So, let's see the first question. Is the highest mark obtained in the first term mathematics subject? So in the first question they've asked us the highest marks obtained by a student in the first term mathematics subject. We want to write the query to find out the mark. So I'm going to write a select query statement. So you can see here I have opened Heidi SQL database software for this question set. So you can see here this is how it views, and we are going to write the query for the first question. So this is the query for the first question. So when we see the query, we need to find out the highest marks. So I use the keyword called max. So if we use the keyword called max, we can find out the highest thing. So we need to find out the mark. So I've given max keyword and then mark within the bracket. So the mark column is in the student exam mark record table. I've written as maximum mark from student exam mark record table. So and then according to this question we need to use 3 tables. First one is student exam mark record table, and then the exam term table, and then the third table is the subject table. So these are the 3 tables we need to use in this question. So mainly I use this table, and then I have joined exam term table, telling that the term ID column in exam term table is equal to the column exam term ID in the student exam mark record table. So this is how we write an inner join statement. So when we go to the next inner join statement, so we joined the subject table, and then we've told that the subject ID column in the subject table is equal to the subject ID column in the student exam mark record table. If we give this kind of statement, we can easily connect the tables between each other, so we can get the result easily. And then finally I've given some conditions that they've given in the question, and they told us that the term name should be first term, and then the subject name should be mathematics, and these are the conditions. So if I execute it, I should get a result. So we've got the highest marks obtained in the first term mathematics subject. So this is the result for the first question. And let's move on to the second question. What is the highest mark obtained in the second term science subject? So this question is same as the first one. So we need to find out the highest marks in the second term science subject. So according to this question, there are also 3 tables involved: the student exam mark record table, the term table, and the subject table. So I'm going to write the query first. So this is the query statement for the second question. The same query which we used for the first question. So the simple changes that the term name should be second term and the subject name should be science. So according to the, if we see the query again, so we need to find out the highest marks. So we've used the max keyword and then we've told that we need the max mark from the student exam mark record table. Then we've joined the other two tables which are exam term table and subject table, and then we have given two conditions. One is term name and the subject name. So the term name should be second term and the subject name should be science. So this is the query for the second question. If we execute this, we should get the highest mark in the second term science subject. So you can see here we've got the highest marks in the second term science subject, and this is the answer for the second question. So let's move on to the third question. What is the highest mark obtained by the students for all the subjects in the second term? So they've asked us the highest marks obtained by the students for all the subjects in the second term. So we need to find out the highest marks in the second term. So I'm going to write the query for the third question. So this is the query for the third question. So if we execute this, we need to get the answer. So you can see here we got 98.5 as the answer. So this is the highest marks in the second term of all the subjects. Let's see the fourth question. Which subject got the highest marks in the second term? So in this, according to this question, we need to find out the subject which got the highest marks in the second term. So in the third question, we found out the marks. We found out the highest marks in the second term, and in the fourth question, we need to find out the subject of that particular marks. So I'm going to write the query for the fourth question. So this is the query for the fourth question. First of all, let's see if we get the results or not. So you can see here we got the results as Sinhala language and literature. So this is the answer for the fourth question. So let's move on to the fifth question. Find the details of the student who got the highest marks in the second term. In the fifth question, they are asking the details of the student who got the highest marks in the second term. In the third question, we found out the highest marks in the second term, and then in the fourth question, we found out the subject related to that highest marks. And in the fifth question, they are telling us to find out the student who got that highest marks in the second term. So I'm going to write the query. So this is the query for the fifth question. So let's execute this query and see whether we get the answer. So you can see here we got an answer saying that Sachitra Vikramasinghe. This is the answer for the fifth question. Sachitra Vikramasinghe is the student who got the highest marks in the second term. So let's move on to the final and the sixth question. Find the details of the student who got the highest marks in mathematics in the first term examination in the class in which he is studying. According to the sixth question, we need to find out the details of the student who got the highest marks in mathematics in the first term, and we need to find out the class in which he is studying. So I'm going to write the query statement for the sixth question. This is the query for the final question. Let's execute and see whether we will get the results or not. So you can see here we got a results for the 6th question. According to the question set 21, it's all about writing queries and finding out the results. So let's meet in the next video with the question set 22.